people.
there.
Like, our chat's pretty chill. I haven't had, like, mean people about being late.
No.
But now we are.
As long as it's within like 5 minutes.
Oh, I mean, I've definitely gone beyond that before. Hey guys, what's going on? It is Thursday night, 7:02 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Turn it off.
Oh, holy cow! Whose audio is that?
Hold on, no, that's mine. 1 second. I gotta figure out how to shut that off.
My gosh,
Good
Judd.
job, Judd.
Okay, better?
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds all right.
Okay, 7:02 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is the Drift RC. I guess, should we start calling it the podcast now? Because that's what the Dark Mag called it. The RC Drift podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's full on podcast.
We never
I
picked.
call it-
Yeah,
I
we
call it
talked about
podcast,
changing the
yeah.
name to something, but
Yeah, but then the names that we were getting were kind of semi weird.
I like some of my ideas, but you know, it's whatever.
Hey Miko, what's up? Victorious, what's up? Christian, Yankee, James, all you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Taylor finally makes it into the chat.
Oh my gosh, Taylor. Oh, isn't it Taylor's birthday?
Was yesterday. I
Yes.
think.
Okay. Happy birthday, Taylor. Late birthday.
It's also DJ and I's birthday tomorrow, so
Oh.
or Saturday.
Oh, nice. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Wait, you and DJ got birthday on the same day?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
And he has a twin brother, so that's another person.
Oh.
That's he. Are you guys planning on doing anything?
Yeah, we have a comp.
Wow, thanks for that.
So,
Speaking of that,
Make sure you let us
calendar
win, by the way. If you pull us, like it's our birthday.
counter steer the podcast. Wait, DJ has a twin, Jake.
He sure does.
He should. What? Who said what?
Whoa.
Oh, that was Judd. Judd's all weird right now.
Oh, he's
Anyway, so calendar events.
Dipping out?
It's coming back slowly. Judd is
It's
dead.
clear on it's clear on
We're
Google Meets.
okay. So, calendar events. Oregon STC is round 2. Is this Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. We'll have
we have some kind of news for that too.
for the competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have like a full judging specific camera system now, basically at the track.
Yep.
Which is not the case last time.
Yes.
We had obviously your stream set up, but like we said, you know, that wasn't necessarily set up for judging purposes. So
No. Nowhere close. On that same avenue, I've got one more camera that we can set up for starting line camera, which it'll be something like this. Check it out. This is a table in the middle of a room. But yeah, it'll look something like that. Oh my gosh, that's big. Get away. Okay.
yeah, and then right after that we have we were just talking about it, but our first round of RCDF will be June 7th.
Right on.
Finally getting that going.
Yeah, I should probably get those posted.
Yeah, we should post them. I think we just sorted that all out, but
I was waiting for James to reply back to the date, but
Well, he's in chat now, so he can reply.
everybody's in chat.
As far as that goes, everything as far as like car show scene has been pretty quiet. So if you hear about a car show and it's like one that we've typically done, hit us up, let us know, so that way we can at least get it on the calendar. If everyone shares information, then that's all super duper, and I'd appreciate it. If you haven't realized, we've got Mitch and Ike on the channel here. So Mitch is a returnee, and then Ike is a newcomer. I guess,
First-timer.
kind of. He was on camera,
dropped
kind of.
in.
Yeah.
He's only on after show.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And we've got Judd here. So I think we're going to be talking about shop ownership, shop running, all that stuff. DriftCon is Seattle on the 31st. So if you're up there, that'll be cool. That's a far jaunt for me. Anything else that we need to cover, Logan, before we dive into today and getting on with Mitch and Ike?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we have dates for IRCDF, and we'll be posting those soon, but that is definitely still going to happen. So a whole nother awesome series to be a part of. If you're
into that.
Like, yeah, if you're trying to do more comp, it's great. Also, they'll have their finals. What is that, in November?
Yeah, I think we're locked into like first weekend of November for final.
Somewhere around there, not set in stone yet, but looking at November for the finals for that. That'll be at the new track, right?
More than likely.
Most likely at the new track. So, a little bit closer than going all the way down to LA. So, another opportunity to get some comp practice in and drive.
And it's super easy to fly into Sacramento. No one wants to go to Sacramento, so you just zip right through security there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably cheaper flight too.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, hey,
everything about that trip is cheaper.
Did any of you catch the RCDN stream the other day?
I didn't.
Drift battles?
No, I don't think so. I saw that he was gonna do something as far as like live streaming, like a podcast or something.
Mm-hmm.
He was streaming at the shop when they were doing Drift Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I have one thing. So Aaron, if you're watching, or anyone that's related to RCDN, hit me up, because we need to talk about microphones, because that needs to be fixed. Other than that, it was pretty interesting. I just don't like having my speakers at like 100% and barely able to hear it. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Ike, Mitch, let's talk about it. However, Ike, can you give us a rundown of your introduction and drifting and all that fun stuff?
I'm Ike. I'm pretty much a COVID drifter because that's when I started.
Okay.
Had nothing to do, so of course Ryan and Carl, forced me into buying my first RC drift car, and it just took off from there. Garage sessions for a whole year, and then we got tired of, moving cars out just to drive, and then opened up this place. And then we met Mitch the same way.
When you say forced, what do you mean?
Oh,
it was more forced to move Carl's car out.
No,
right?
Forced to buy a car.
Oh, forced to buy a car.
I didn't want to buy one, but they're like, dude, we're doing nothing. Let's just get it.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, I got peer pressured, but best peer pressure ever.
So what was your first chassis then?
YD2S Plus, I think. Yeah, it was a plastic chassis. Oh wait,
it's probably S.
Yeah,
it's the regular
YD2S.
S. Yeah.
Right on.
With a hobby wing combo setup.
Gotcha.
So you guys were basically just kind of knew each other, hanging out in garage, driving in garages, and was there one person that kind of was serious about starting a shop, or did you all just kind of agree on it at the same time, or how did that work?
The shop part was like all of us together, but like the one who was in the hobby first was Ryan, and he was always bringing his car to like the house parties. Like we're just partying in the house, and he's in the garage. He's like, "Try this." I was like, "No, I don't want to try it." And then eventually, we all tried it and got hooked.
James is asking, did you get it from Keith?
My second chassis was from Keith. I got my SX3 from him.
There you go. And what are you driving now?
How long were you guys driving in the garage? Just like a year?
Nope.
About a year. It was like it went between the garage. We got carpet and like turned our living room into a indoor track.
Oh, you should send
Oh yeah,
footage of that.
I'll put pics of that up.
Yeah.
But that was fun because like we don't have to be in the swamp of a garage. We could just be in the AC of the living room. So that was cool.
Setting up tracks in the living room.
But on carpet, right? Like shag
Yeah, yeah.
carpet, or like
Yeah, we just went to Home Depot, bought the cheapest office carpet possible,
okay.
and just laid it out.
I don't know if I would talk to Mitch about this that much, like really the beginning time of RG when he was on last, but you guys obviously I think most people know that it started in obviously one of the units that you're in now, which is what, 3 or 4? 3?
Yeah. So
Yeah, 3
now.
total.
So
I mean, like I would know everything like from the start of the shop, but Ike would know more for like a year prior to that about how they started. They started selling stuff out of their house, basically.
Oh geez.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So you guys
Just
were
like
already kind of, before you actually had a space, you were already thinking about it as like maybe not necessarily a great business, but like supporting the community and stuff.
Yeah, like it started with we just carried like MP customs. Back then it was B&D. And then what was that one?
Beast Mode we didn't get until
Arlos.
Arlos. Yeah.
So we were just selling those out of the house.
Did you all live in the house together, or
At the time, Carl and I lived together at the house, and Ryan was like just down the street. So
That's cool. Like really close. Yeah. RC Trap House.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
was it ever a problem like having too many people around or anything like that? Because I could imagine.
No, because
I don't think any of their other friends were into it.
Yeah, but even when we were having like house parties, like we were still just drifting in the living room. Like, who cares about the people partying? We're here having fun.
Well, Mitch, is this you? Our roommate started getting mad from the turbo noises.
Yeah, that's Carl probably.
Oh, yeah, it's Carl on the other computer.
Ah. That's funny.
I didn't care.
Yeah, because I think they had like 3 other roommates there.
Oh shit.
So that aren't into this stuff. So I mean, if you're not into it, yeah, you can imagine kind of how annoying it is. Probably like 2 a.m. just hearing 3 people wailing on turbo downstairs.
Yeah,
that must have been an interesting story. Like if they ever went on a date and they were talking about roommates. Yeah, I've got 3 guys that play with toy cars.
Yeah, in the middle of the night.
Imagine bringing a Tinder date over and it's just like 3 dudes in the living room playing with RC cars. That's pretty
Yeah.
Like, here, you want to try?
It's like the meme of like what's a red card for guys, and they say Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Toy car.
Yeah.
RC cars.
I love when it's just like only dudes and they're all fairly young living in a house. Like the things that you would do in a house that are acceptable, like that range goes sky high. Like, yeah, RC track in the living room is totally fine. Yeah, theater sitting with couches is, built up on plywood platforms is fine. All of this stuff, dirt bike inside, whatever, it's cool. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think if I just like turned on my RC car and drove it down the hallway, I'd get some pretty nasty looks from Sarah. She'd be like really upset, like immediately.
Also turned into an SEX 24 crawler course.
Oh yeah, one time we had a crawler course in the middle of our track. That was probably kind of annoying for the people that wanted to drive that track, and everyone just sitting around blocking half the track trying to crawl.
So it sounds like it was the hangout, like the place to just kind of sit and chill. Yeah.
Yeah, like that house was always the house that people showed up at.
Right on.
Yeah, I think I even, at the very start, like they were having a house party, I showed up and I was building a car for someone else. on the kitchen table.
Yeah. So, Mitch, how did you get connected into all this? You were saying you weren't really around that much in the beginning.
I knew Carl from like Real Cars before this, and then he posted a story on his Instagram once his RC car, and it was like something I wanted to do since like 2016, and at that time it was like 2021, and then I had money from another hobby, so I just got into it, and
Yeah, it started out with like Mitch coming out. He stopped by the garage one time, and then like we started doing like car shows and setting up tracks there. Mitch would show up, help us out, and everything. And then yeah, from there it just got into once we got the spot, he helped us here, and then slowly we just made him into a partner. But the coolest thing was like when he told us about his, was it your paper that you wrote for school?
Oh, it was like a project for like a college class that I took. It was like a small business class. They were just like, all right, so write a business plan on a business that you would want to start, and really the only thing I could think of in 2016 was like an RC drift track. So I like took pictures from like Super G's website and, wrote some like rough stuff. But yeah, that was like basically what I thought of for a business that I would want to start.
Did
So
you?
you were thinking about RC drift as a business before you ever actually did it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because at that time, like there was nowhere in Northern California to really do it. I'm sure Sheldon's existed, but not in the scale of like Super G or GGT or Vertex or anything like that.
Right.
So yeah, I had already had the idea in like 2016.
Did you have to include like investment opportunities for like funding and whatnot for the paper?
Probably not like investment, but like a projection of like what everything's going to cost, like just like a like a business plan.
Right on.
So at some point you guys are drifting at the house, you're starting to sell stuff, and you guys just decide, hey, fuck it, we're just gonna start looking for a place and just to rent, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like one of our friends was like, dude, this is like the perfect time because every pretty much landlord is trying to fill up their spots, so prices is like at the best right now. So we just sort of looking. We looked at about like 3 different places, and then the first unit that we got, that was like, we're like, oh, this is perfect. This is this is big enough for it. Little did we know, first day grand opening, we're like, man, we outgrew this spot already.
Immediately.
Yeah, as far as starting like an RC drift business, like we probably couldn't have picked like a better time to do it. It was right after COVID, so if we had started before COVID, we probably would have been screwed with COVID. Just sunk all this money into it, opened up just to shut down for practically a year.
Yep.
So we opened like right after COVID. Everything was starting to open up again. People were itching to get out of the house and do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we opened up at like a really, really good time.
Everybody was itching to stand in a confined space with like 20 other people.
Yeah.
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 And also like RC Drift kind of had a little bit of a bump because some of that stuff was like a lot of the Super G stuff was showing up on like Hoonigan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A little bit before then too.
So that was like really big exposure for the hobby.
Yeah. Yep. And then like, so were you guys a little surprised like the first day you opened at how many people showed up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like we had known from another organization locally that there was people like RC drifting here already. They just didn't have a place to do it. But yeah, once we opened up, like, because we had kind of teased it for maybe like a couple of months, and people would just comment every day. It's just like, well, it looks like you guys are like, ready to open already. Like, why don't you just open already? But we're still working on stuff. But yeah, once the day came, like, there's a lot of people that showed up.
So was it like a confirmation and a relief to figure out that like, hey, the support is there, we're ready to roll, we're good?
Yeah, as long as we can get the parts in and everything, like we know that we have a solid base of people that are going to do this.
That's good. That's awesome.
So how long were you guys in only the first unit?
A year.
No, less than a year. Because we didn't even.
Oh yeah.
It was probably like 7 or 8
Well,
months.
by our second anniversary, we had opened up like the second unit with the scale track officially.
First year.
Yeah, first year.
They're
So
saying
basically by a year we had already gone into the second unit, and we tried asking them if we could knock that wall down and just make one big track there, but they wouldn't let us. So we just ended up making 2 tracks.
I wonder if that wall's like load bearing or something.
No.
We think there's like electrical running through it because there's a fuse panel on that wall.
Yeah, so if you look at the plugs, it's on that wall, both sides. So
Yeah,
if we knocked that down, we would lose. We'd have to reroute the power.
it'd be a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
So then that was still, I mean, like, even though you guys had that whole extra office and space, it was still probably, it was still tight quarters, I would say.
Mhm.
So was
Right.
how quickly after you guys got the second space were you like thinking about the next one over?
Oh, same thing. Second space, and then I hear it from like Ryan, Carl. They're like, "Oh, I think we outgrew this space already." I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that already. We just got it.
So hold on. How do you decide, or when did you decide, or how do you feel that you decided that you outgrew the space?
Lack of pit space, lack of standing space, lack of storefront space is
Okay.
all pretty much for me. Yeah.
Like the second unit, once we opened up the store, like the walkway to the track was so narrow if you had people looking at stuff. So that was like a big, issue. But
Yeah, I remember specifically the second unit, the shop being a little tight, especially like if people are shopping and then people are showing up and trying to pay their track fees and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been worse if you had experienced the first store.
I'm sure.
The first store was in an even smaller room.
the walkway from the front door to the track was the sales floor.
Yeah, that's it. There was a display case on each side. There was one walkway through the middle, and that was pretty much it.
Yep.
So I've got some interesting questions here. Genki RC, what are your thoughts on it from now? Wow. What are your thoughts on it from 2016 to now? And did you see yourself here at this stage being on RC Shop, on the RC Shop business side from a regular Joe RC drifter?
I mean, it's definitely been a wild ride. It's a lot of work, but
Have
yeah,
you?
it's come a long ways. In that, it's almost 10 years now. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Has it shifted from like the being able to drive a lot to just shop owner life?
Pretty much. I mean, I've been like driving a little bit more here and there, but yeah, I mean, it'll like. I read something that Steve from Super G wrote. I think it's like on their website still somewhere. They're just like they rarely go through, like a battery a month. Like I get it now. If you're really like dedicated to your business, like you're not out there driving every day. There's always something to do.
The other question is from Seb. Does Mitch smile?
No, I'm always busy.
He's never smiled in his entire life.
That was way too quick of an answer.
Judd, do you have any burning questions that you'd like to get out? Or either way, Mitch, Ike, do you have any questions for Judd that you'd like to know about?
Yeah. So when did you guys open officially?
Oh, what is it? 3 months ago.
3 months.
Yeah.
How's the first 3 months been?
Rough.
Yeah.
Definitely rough.
It's not easy, and I mean you have some people helping you. You got the Drip PDX guys helping you, but at the very end of the day, it's all on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Everything comes down to that. It's not bad though. It's a lot rougher than I had originally anticipated owning a track. I was like, oh, I'll be able to just go drive whenever I want.
Yeah, everything.
And then
yeah,
now it's
everything you
like,
just said now.
no,
Yeah,
it's like
now that you're
Fridays,
in, yeah,
Friday
now that
nights you
you're
don't
in,
drive. You don't get to you don't just get to go chill and hang out with the boys. It's just work,
Yeah.
and then when you do get a chance to drive, it's like that hour before people show up, and then basically it's like, all right, we're closing. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. Got to get up in the morning and go to work.
Yeah,
That
we
was-
did when it was one of the Super G it was the Super G finals that the Elite Drift Shop guys came down, and like I had a brief couple of conversations with their owner Sebastian, and he's like, you and me and like Joey and Steve, like we view this hobby very differently than all these other guys here competing, like
Yeah,
because we're involved in the business side of it, and now Judd, you're in it too, so now you see a side of this hobby that like only like me and Ike and Steve and Joey, Ryan, Carl, Keith, there's a part of this hobby that only us we can see. Like we have very little opportunities to enjoy it as a hobby anymore.
yeah, that's exactly it. It's half the time I'm just like, I don't even care to drive really.
Mitch, Ike, is there a hazing like thing that you do for new owners?
No, I don't think so. Maybe Keith has something.
They know what it's
I bet
like,
he
so
has
they're nice to each other.
Do a backflip.
Brotherhood. I was saying, like, that was part of our conversations when we were all talking as a team about what was going to happen if we lost the old shop.
Yeah.
And that was one of my realizations for Judd when he was talking about more seriously taking this on, was like, especially with Judd, he has a day job. He works Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it's a big investment for him.
Yeah, like that means
time and money.
There's days during the week where you're committed to, you got your hours up. You're gonna get home from a shitty day at work and you're not gonna fucking want to go to the track. It's gonna be the last thing you want to do, but you just have to go. There's not really a choice. That's for me, that's choice. Like one of the biggest sacrifices you could make.
Yeah.
So,
that's pretty much Keith every day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because he's a one-man show over there too. I mean, I think about it a lot these days, just like, man, what if I was just doing this by myself? I don't think I would do it in this big of a scale that we have here, because this is like too much for one person to handle. But
yeah.
Yeah, I think about it all the time. Just like, yeah, it'd be a lot of work to just do it by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, we can help a lot, but we can only help so much. There's so many things that only he can do.
There's just so much that anybody else could try to do. In the end of the day, it's all me. So you got to do what you got to do to make by. Without Jake helping out, he's there every single day, open to close, I'd probably lose my mind already.
Yeah.
Man, I'm wondering.
That's definitely nice.
I'm wondering what's happened to what is it? Wing break? Garage wing break.
Oh, wing break. Yeah, wing break is officially closed until further notice right now.
Yeah.
That thing is done.
It is over.
Yeah, he has his own garage wing break in the back.
It's being sold.
I wanted to ask you guys from Rolling Garage, like, I don't know. I don't know what Judd thinks, but like for us, I feel like Judd opening Drift PDX is I think I know Judd well enough to say this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Judd, but I think for you it's more of like, it's the primary reasoning is like it's like a survival thing. Like you love the community and you want to see there be a place to drive, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then secondary to that is it is a business opportunity, right? Obviously, you don't start a business if you don't plan on making money. But I think the big driver of it was just to make sure that there's still a place for us to go. Was that kind of the case for you guys at Rolling Garage? Was just like when you started it, was it just like, because where you're at now is like you're one of the biggest RC drift tracks and shops in the country. But I always think about like when people start a track, it seems like most people start a track just because they want a place to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much like.
Oh yeah, I wanted to hear what you were gonna say about this.
So it's like,
because I mean, I have my idea why it started.
well, I feel like for me, I pulled the trigger and look for a spot because, yeah, I was tired of driving in the garage and like I wanted a place, that Sacramento can drive, because we went to like Super G, GGT, Vertex, like we did a whole little SoCal trip to check out the tracks, and I was like, why don't we have this? It's not fair. So it was like the only way to make it happen is if you are the one who
just do it,
makes it happen, or who provides it. So
yeah, I mean, primarily people in Sacramento before were drifting in just parking lots that an organization set up. So I feel like we probably opened kind of out of necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then it worked out to where you're now got a huge track and a huge shop.
Yeah, but I mean, going back to what you said about Judd, I mean, like, I was gonna say that, like, with all you guys having so much invested in the hobby, and then Drift PDX, the first location closing down, like it was only a matter of just someone just stepping up and be like, look, if one of us doesn't, keep this going, then we all just quit doing this right now and just sell all of our stuff.
Yep.
So it was just out of necessity for him.
Pretty much.
How you feel, Judd?
Yeah, I've at that point I had so much wrapped up into RC drift, and probably a year prior to PDX closing, I had already been in the works of looking for a spot to start an RC track, and then it just wasn't feasible. Spots are very expensive to turn my hobby into just a place where buddies can go chill. And then PDX closed, and I was like, well, this is the opportunity. Didn't really want to step on anybody's toes, so I wasn't going to open up my own track. And then with PDX closed, I was like, screw it. Let's do it. Get it over with. It was more of a spur of the moment deal at the time.
But look at us now.
Yeah.
Nope.
We got a basement.
And now I'm trying to figure out how to make good money and eventually quit my day job, because I am tired of doing both.
Yeah, the both part is really crazy. I definitely applaud you for that, because that's like I was saying, like there's so many days where I get home and it's like I'm not fucking walking out that door again until tomorrow. So I can't.
Oh yeah, there's
like
Fridays. I don't even want to go to the track half the time. I'm like, I just want to go home, but I got to go there.
It's a self-sacrifice for the rest of the RC drifters in Portland.
Pretty much.
But big props for you, because like I didn't even know it was just you for PDX. I thought it was all you guys, but yeah, dude,
it's just me. They all help out a lot. We have a couple other guys that help out a lot.
Yeah, like we'll operate the counter. So one of us will hang out if he wants to go with the others.
At least the rest of the team is kind of knowledgeable on everything to be able to direct customers in the right direction.
Yeah,
if need be.
Yeah.
If there's a day that maybe in the future I can't show up, like I'm dead sick or something, I'm sure one of them can open up.
Yeah, like me and Kenny opened the shop one time, but nobody showed up.
Yeah, it was just you two.
Just Kenny driving.
Private track day. I do love how though beforehand, like when we were at PDX, and we were always like, "Oh, we need these private session days where we can go in," because we all had keys to the place, but we never went in. And then we're like, "Oh, we're gonna open up. I'm gonna open up a track. We'll be able to drive whenever we want." And now we're just like, "Yeah, we're not there. Just open randomly and go drive." I don't think we've ever done that.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. Like maybe the first couple months before we opened, like I had keys to the place, so I'd come in here and like drive around for a bit. Now, like when we're closed, I'm at home. Like I don't come here for anything.
Yeah,
I can get a couple minutes of sleep.
For a private day though. like if the track's going to be open, we need to have people coming in and paying. We can't afford that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like I'm not gonna be here for myself or one person that's gonna come in.
No.
Yeah.
Dark Drift coming in with a question. What's Mitch driving?
I mean,
Everything.
eventually we can get to that. We can get to my car, Ike's car. Right now I'm driving RDX though, for the foreseeable future probably. But other than that, I have MST 3.0 KMW, I have an SD 3.0, I have a D6, I have a DC10, a GOM. I think that's it. God. Yeah, I have a lot now.
What kind of a sigh was that when you said Galm?
Oh no, I'm trying to remember like every single car that I have. I have one more, like I have an outdoor car, but you know, other than that, yeah, I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, I mean the Golem, like I don't do much for it. Like I pulled it out for Bullet Tour and then it got put back away after that. And right now it doesn't have an ESC on it.
Like you served a purpose. That's
yeah.
it.
You did your good deed for today. Now you go back in the display case. But yeah, I think that was pretty much all the cars that I have a plastic RDX. And these are all cars that are like full electronics, like ready to go. And then outside of that, I have like a MC1 Bear conversion sitting at home, and then I have another chassis that's at home that's half put together. But yeah, that's a lot of cars.
Got them all.
And that's probably why he sighed.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got people like that. I think Jake has a bunch of cars.
Judd does.
No,
Judd
Jake has a bunch of chassis that are semi-built.
Okay,
yeah. We don't talk about that.
I think
he uses it once and then it gets like thrown into that pile you guys are talking about.
Yeah. He does like he'll buy a new chassis, throw electronics on it, drive it for like a week or two, and then either he likes it or he doesn't. If he doesn't like it, he takes the electronics off, throws it in the attic, and then finds something else to try out. He just likes to try everything.
He doesn't have that many cars.
That he actually drives? No, it's just the GRK5.
Yeah, he has a few cars that he drives.
The D1 Fighter. Like that's it.
All right, he lugs around the Golem.
Yeah, they all go in a pile in his garage.
Yeah, they get thrown up in the attic. Is what happens. I mean, I built his DES chassis on. Yeah, that was a pile.
That thing instantly got thrown in the attic.
It's a chassis. It's a body holder. That's all that would be.
You know
good for.
DES?
Yeah, they
B&D. Yeah, you guys should have a swap meet so he can sell all of his extra chassis. Pawn them off on someone.
Come buy my chassis.
Yeah.
Well, and Judd's almost the same way. They just don't go in the attic.
No, mine are all RTR. Mine are all ready to go.
We have chassis that like if it's enough unwanted, we have chassis that just get screwed to the wall now.
Yes, that we do. That we do.
Yeah, so now that you own your own shop, Judd, you can start selling all your old cars in your own shop.
That's the problem, though. I don't like selling them.
Gotta keep them for.
Plus, nobody in Portland is gonna pay for one of my chassis. They're all pretty exotic chassis.
Yeah, they are. From James, for Mitch and Ike, was making RG merch, apparel and stickers a helpful addition for revenue for the business at all?
I mean, like, yeah, it can be. Like, margins on merch is typically pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it depends how you like execute it. Like, if you have like for a while we were doing like drop ship for merch where it was like t-shirts, you just order it and they print and ship it out to you.
Mm-hmm.
No effort involved in that. No time out of our schedule to do that.
No inventory needed or nothing. But of course, with that, you don't get the best quality, I guess.
Yours is fine.
Mine's is fine.
Mine is not.
But I like
camera probably can't.
it.
Yeah, camera probably can't tell on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
But yeah, I mean, if you're like making your own apparel and stuff, and it's taking a lot of time out of your day to do it, then it might not be worth it.
P.S. Judd, I've seen the PDX slivers. Those need to happen.
Those slip. I think we're gonna try and go with the company Jake went with. The ones I got, they're rough. They're not fun to walk in. They're definitely not fun to stand for 5, 6, 7 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like walking on a brick. But somehow, every single day Kenny's there, he's wearing them from open to close.
Got to get Overdose. You got to get Overdose to hook you up with their supplier. Mine's been fixed once.
Yeah, but the only problem with the Overdose ones is they're so small.
Oh, yeah.
That's because of Japanese sizing.
Yeah, well,
what
we
are
don't
you
have any
trying to-
Japanese-sized
what do they have,
people in
2L?
Portland.
2L.
2L's the biggest?
Yeah, I wear a size 12, and the 2L works for me. But
You can adjust them, right? They're Velcro. You could bust them open for the extra wide guys.
size
Oh,
12
true.
with fat feet. So yeah,
Now I'm
It's
just
extra
picturing
wide.
like
I
a
was gonna
fat
say
foot on
someone
a
else,
tiny
but,
slide that's like ringing the edges.
see
The
here.
ones Jake got looked pretty decent, and they weren't badly priced.
Mm-hmm. And they're one-offs too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like if you were to do bulk, it would just get cheaper.
Maybe.
They get a
I
little
would imagine.
Yeah, bulk discount. I would assume.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's through Printful, so they get a little cheaper.
okay.
that was printful.
I think so.
Yeah, these are printful.
Don't do the shirts.
Yeah, Jake confirms. Yes. James James Realm, we need RG Crocs.
Crocs
sick.
are gibbets.
Full Crocs.
At least make like a croc charm, an
They'll
RG.
be
croc.
yeah. That part's easy. I mean, if you do like a full Croc, I mean, it's not going to be like a genuine one,
Yeah,
probably.
they Crocs, dude.
Yeah.
That's it. Jake, find us some Crocs.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas. It just depends on if you want to go all the way and execute it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of inventory too.
Yeah.
If we do the Crocs, it's like, oh yeah, minimum order
Small,
quantity,
medium,
1,000.
yeah, small, medium, large, extra large, in red, white, blue, purple, green, pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine having to store all that.
So that kind of behind the scenes a little bit. What makes it hard for like shirts and stuff is all
definitely.
the sizes.
Different designs, different sizes, different
Yeah.
colors. Yeah, that's
Shit adds up.
probably
And once
one
you
of the
figure that
reasons
part
why
out,
we-
then you got the whole room
Understand it.
situation.
yeah.
Yeah, it's always nerve wracking thinking like, okay, let's figure out what shirt sizes we need to order to hold inventory, because you don't really know who's gonna buy what. So then every time it's always like you overbuy one of them and they're just sitting there now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's like you do like 3 or 2, like 2X's, and then like 5 like bigger guys want to buy it. Just
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
I only have like 2
Yeah,
shirts.
you're always out of the size that everybody wants, and you have 10 of the size that nobody wants.
Yeah.
So I think James is onto a really good idea. Drift track charms. Gotta
That's a good
collect them
idea.
all. Gotta collect them all.
Yeah, like transmitter charms. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's as simple as just getting a keychain done.
I'd be down for that.
RG bag,
What?
blind bag.
Blind box?
Yeah, blind
Oh.
bag, blind box with like keychains.
Yeah.
And you gotta collect them all, but you don't know which one you're gonna get.
Yeah,
So you buy like 15. Yeah, you buy 15 of them, and you got like 10 of the same one.
Here's
Trying
what
to
you do.
take that one that you don't have.
Here's the trick. You do
It's an idea. No
You
one
make-
steal that.
you make one keychain. You sell the keychain for whatever it is, $5,
Mhm.
or you do like mystery bag for $6. But the joke is the mystery
They're
bag
all
only
the
has
same
the
one.
same keychain.
That's called scamming
You
people.
mean it's-
Working.
It's a mystery bag. It's legit, dude. You don't know what you're gonna get. You can get anything.
Yeah,
They're all the
yeah.
same, but you could get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do the special ones like 1 out of 1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
can do that.
Funny thing is,
we only made 800. No, we only made 800. Yeah. Yeah, there's an idea. I mean, yeah, as a business owner, you're constantly trying to come up with new things.
Dude, chat's crazy right now. Labubu.
Sounds like we need to start doing keychains.
RG
No.
Labubu's,
Yeah,
I'm
RG
down.
Labubu dolls.
Oh yeah, we got those. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so freaky with employee faces.
Jake, yeah, do RG McDonald's, Monopoly contest. If you collect all 5, you get a free annual membership, and then you just never make the 5th one, and then you're good.
Yeah.
What would you be buying? Would it be like dollar amount, or would it be like per item?
Yeah, like every track fee you buy, you get a free sticker. If you collect all 5 stickers, you get an annual track fee. But you just never make the 5th one.
I mean, it's just a matter of Boardwalk and Park Place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the idea is you never make the sticker for Boardwalk and Park Place,
Right.
so no one ever gets it.
Yeah. You don't want someone to win an annual. That's too much.
Hey,
Coming up for ideas on the RC Drift Scammers podcast.
like capital F for fraud.
Getting good
Geez,
ideas
God.
over there, Judd?
They're rolling.
Yeah.
But speaking of thinking of ideas, though, like you guys, I think with what you've done with IRCDF and what you've done with your track by the rapid expansion, it seems like you guys definitely are always kind of thinking about the next move and the next plan. Is that something where you guys like meet up and strategize about stuff and you guys all kind of have the same ideas and plan? Or is it just like, hey, we should do this, and everyone else is like, yeah, let's do that?
I mean, for a while, every month we would have a meeting, just all the owners together, just talking, coming up with projects for the following month, figuring out like how to get more opportunities of growth, pretty much. So yeah, we've stopped doing that, but we probably should start doing that again.
I mean, it seems to be working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just like if someone has a good idea, I think like right now we're trying to work on like another livery because we haven't had like a good team livery probably for a year now. But now that all the design and printing is going to Ryan, we've been trying to think of ideas. So people just throw out ideas and it's like we either like it or we don't come up with something else. So yeah, it's just throw out an idea, and if we like it, then we can try to run with it, and if not, we just come up with something else or go a different direction. Yeah, there's like I've had ideas for stuff and like we've done testing for it. It just doesn't work out with the stuff that we have now. So we either move past it or set it to the side, come back to it a different day.
Mm-hmm.
And like with IRCDF, it's, I think, to me, the biggest thing that stands out with that series is the cash prizes. Was that like kind of a big goal of creating that series, was to just offer something like that?
It was a part of it. So like for me, I was like looking at all the other RC hobbies and like, why do they get cash prizes? Like I want to
drag racing,
yeah,
big on prize pools.
And I was like, why can't RC Drift have that? And then it's kind of the same thing, if you want it to happen, you gotta be the one to make it happen.
Just do it.
But like the difference with this one is what we're trying to do is make it community like driven. So eventually it's going to get to the point where it's not, just us organizing everything. Like, a region host is going to take part of like, I don't know, digital like design to make all the stuff for the website. Someone else will take a part of like, financing, all that stuff. Like it's going to be spread out with all the different hosts or the regions to
I
help
like that.
run it.
Like So your guys' plan is not necessarily for you guys to be the controlling, peoples in the
Yeah, otherwise we would have just called it the Rolling
Rolling
Garage
Garage.
Drift Series.
Yeah.
We didn't want our name like primarily associated with it.
Mhm.
It's just a series for the community.
Yeah.
Because of the cash prizes, do you feel like that people take the competition more serious?
They can, because it's like, I mean, realistically, if you look at like any other series, like you're putting money into it with a very small chance of winning.
Mhm.
And even if you do win this other series, like you're not getting anything back out of it. It's not like we're asking like an astronomical amount more for your entry fee. But if you do happen to win, or you do happen to get like a top qualifier, then you get way more out of it.
Right.
So I
Have you
mean,
noticed?
yeah, people will probably take it a little bit more seriously, but compared to another competition, there's not much more to lose.
Sure.
I think, at least from what I've seen, with your guys' region, is these are all people that have been driving with each other for so long, anyways. By the time you get to the end, that I don't know, it's everyone wants to get the call right, but it's not like it seems like everybody really gets along.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there was a lot of, like, I remember for the finals last year, there was like a lot of deliberation time towards the end with some of the battles, but all the drivers on stage were all just chilling, hanging out, shooting the shit with each other while they're waiting for the
Yeah.
call to happen. It's not like they're sitting there arguing with each other or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's something that you wouldn't want to happen, especially with like a money comp. Like, I know that probably happens with drag racing a lot,
Yeah.
or like any sort of racing discipline. But yeah, drifting, the people are a little different.
Yeah.
So yeah, luckily
think
that really hasn't happened yet.
That's good. I think for most of us that have done like the comp side, like the comp organization side of things, is the first instinct when you start hearing about more money getting involved is that the tempers get worse and people get a little more upset over stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some people like have straight up said they won't compete in a money comp or anything. So I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah,
Kind of what I'm worried about starting that here. A lot of people are.
Yeah, I mean, every region,
Wondering.
your local demographic is different.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I mean,
the big reason
people
why
does-
I invested what I did into camera systems, because round one of SDC here was
It was fine.
no,
It was
nothing.
fine.
There was nothing fine about that. It was embarrassing as a track owner. Like, that will never happen again.
Yeah,
I don't think it
camera-
was nearly as bad from a driver's perspective as you think it was.
Maybe
Definitely,
not,
we
but-
know there was some, like, it seems like there was some calls that could have gone different ways, but luckily the people who are on the receiving end of that are reasonable and they understand the situation.
yeah,
As drivers, it was probably fine, but me watching that happen, I was like, no, it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but
Not on my track.
yeah, comp stuff is tricky. I mean, there's definitely like two sides to looking at everything. There's the perspective that you see watching or driving, and then there's the perspective that the judges get, and they can be completely two different things.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's tricky. I've only judged like once in my life, but it's definitely not easy.
Yeah, I judged every round last year,
Yeah.
and then this year I don't want to judge. Just being an owner, I don't want the retaliation, but I think this weekend, I think I'm going to have to judge because we only have 2 judges currently.
They have it's for SDC.
Yeah.
You can look at the rule book. I'm pretty sure they have a excerpt for like a 2-judge system.
They do, but I don't like 2 judges.
Yeah.
It should always be a 3-judge. It's a 3-judge sport.
judging is thankless. Go thank your judges every round because they aren't getting
100%.
anything out of it.
100%.
Even if they
Please do.
piss you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because more than likely they're just trying to make the correct call based on the rules.
Yeah, based on what they saw, what their perception of the rules, everybody's view and perception is going to be different and all that stuff. So
Yeah, and I mean for most of these series, especially the ones that are streaming, they have different cameras set up for the judges that you don't really have access to. So the perspective of like top down is completely different than your perspective of just sitting on the side. So
Yep.
what they see is different than what you see.
100%. Like on my stream, you couldn't even see like the second half of the clipping points, just because of the angle and how far the cars were.
Yeah,
that was like a little point of a contention last time, was just realizing that you don't set up your cameras specifically for the purpose of judging. You set them up so that it's a dynamic and entertaining stream to watch as a spectator.
Yeah, I'm the FD stream part. Like,
yeah. After doing this many rounds that we've done, we definitely pick our camera angles very specifically for judging, because we not only use our cameras for the stream, but we also use it for replay. So we try to make sure that the camera can pick up every zone, and if it can't, we make the judges stand where the camera can't see. That way, they can see it. That way, every area is pretty much covered.
Yeah.
For now, until we finally go into overhead cams.
Yeah.
That's what I just went to overhead cams. You actually installed them yesterday. I still don't know how to run them. I'll figure that out tomorrow.
Have Adam figure it out for you. But
it's something I'll do. It's not hard. It's just cameras. The hard part was buying them to get 60 FPS, and then the system to run them. I have a system sitting in my truck that was completely wrong, and then there was another 30 hours of research to figure out what system worked.
Yeah, and
Judd
like
plus
3
Chat
weeks.
GPT is dangerous, dude. I'll tell you that much.
Bro, you know what? I spent 30 plus hours trying to figure out what camera to buy. I asked ChatGPT. Within 5 minutes, they were ordered and on the way.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to you about that after stream.
Yeah.
I need that information.
Yeah, I mean that's
I
the
will
thing
know how well they work tomorrow. I tried to drive by myself because nobody came to the track yesterday because it was closed. So I didn't have anybody to drive, like as I was watching the camera. So I was like, I did set up in one sweeper. I tried to do it. I was paying attention to the monitor, and car was somewhere else and hit the wall and body blew off, and I was like, okay, I'm going home.
Wait,
I'll do it this Friday.
Isn't that what the replay function's for?
Yeah, well, I didn't have my hard drive set up.
Yeah.
It's in my garage. I gotta make sure I bring that
He's
tomorrow.
trying to drive from in the office and watch his car on the camera at the same time.
Yes, it is about a 1 second delay from real life to camera.
Yeah, and not every track, not every venue is going to be set up properly building wise to have such a camera setup. So it's not always easy getting the camera set up for a competition.
Yep.
I think I got him pretty good, but tomorrow I'll have Jake help me out a little bit and get him to the proper.
Well, top down is, I would say, is easier for setup because you're just looking for like that perspective of top down, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it depends. I mean, it depends
to
on
get as much track in them as possible.
Yeah, it depends on how big your track is, how low the ceiling is. Like if you have a super low ceiling, that just means you have to set up a lot more cameras.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from the picture that I saw earlier, it looks fine. Like,
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
so I wouldn't worry about that. I think the angles that you already have are already good.
I think they're pretty good. They need some fine adjusting, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I think I have every corner visible, and then the only thing I don't have is a straightaway. But there's
You just have a
nothing.
judge there.
there's nothing really on the straightaway. So
Yeah, and we can just have a judge there too. So
yeah, exactly.
Let's catch up on questions here from chat. Victor Ho. Thoughts on lead versus lead and chase being the breaker versus lead, chase versus chase?
I mean, it's hard to ask Ike that question because I don't think he's ever judged. I've only judged once, but I mean, definitely, like if you're judging two perfect leads, then it just comes down to the chase, like who chased better. If your two leads are exactly the same, but otherwise, like typically, what it seems now in North America is whoever has like the better lead is gonna gain an advantage.
yeah, like the whole philosophy is just that a better lead is easier to chase.
Yeah.
Like you're
It's
giving
definitely
chase
easier
car an
to
opportunity to do a good
it's definitely better or easier to chase very closely a good lead.
chase. Yep, because you know where they're gonna be and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't like really based off lead, then there would be no point in doing like qualifying runs, qualifying line and all that. Like your lead run should be based off of that.
Mm-hmm. And then, question for everybody. I think this is actually more towards Judd and Mitch and Ike, to be honest. At least from their perspective, would be a good one. What are you seeing that gets people who can drive the track to the next level and start catching doors?
I mean, we can only.
I mean, I saw
I know
that
we can
and I
all
read
answer
it for a second. And I thought about it.
I bet we all have the same answer.
What, drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much just making sure you have a decent setup to start. Like it doesn't even have to be full blown top of the line, but just making sure you can, like, even someone like us, like, as drivers can get around the track successfully with it, and then just showing up, time after time and learning how to drive it. Like if they're handing their remote to one of us and we can drive it and we hand it back, it's just like, all right, it's on you now. Like I can't sit out there and drive the car for you. You have to learn this car now. Like it's a drivable setup, but now it's up to you to learn how to drive it. So yeah, for me, it's just seeing someone come, day after day, just putting the seat time in. I mean, it's kind of cliche to say that, seat time, but as long as you have a decent setup, like the biggest hurdle for most of these guys is just learning how these cars function. Because once you learn how to drive a two-wheel drive car, like you can almost go out there and drive anyone's car for the most part.
Yep.
There's only probably a few, like you probably have them at your track. The guy that drives like the super weird setup for us, I think it was Jordan. Like Jordan, like no one could drive Jordan's car but Jordan. But he drove it very well. So
that thing would like pivot like in the very center of the car. So it was weird.
But for the most part, like for the most part, if you can drive one person's car, you can probably drive like 80% of the other cars.
So is Kenny the weird car?
Yeah.
Like Kenny's car is
Well,
most
not
weird.
anymore. Not anymore. Kenny's car is really tame now.
Yeah, upgraded.
But what I noticed for a lot of people that are struggling, a lot of people that can like get around the track but can't keep up with everyone, is the biggest thing that's holding them back is like all the little micro adjustments throughout the whole turn. Like if you watch someone at your track that's really good, when they throw their car into a turn, it'll go to angle and it won't move. It'll just sit. You won't see the wheels move. It'll just sit there and go around the turn, stay one distance, match the radius, and it doesn't wiggle around. And they're not correcting.
Commitment to entry, angle, and throttle. There's no there's no kind of second guessing the car in mid corner.
Every time when you're trying to chase someone and you're making little adjustments and corrections with your throttle's going on and off, on and off. Your steering's all over the place. Every little adjustment you have to do is just slowing you down.
Nope.
So just try to be smooth fast.
Not always. Sometimes.
And install more caps, like Adam says.
I don't say that. Are you talking about Dr. H?
Yeah, Dr. H. My bad. I forgot to call him Dr. H. You want to daisy chain about 6 or 7 of those bad boys together.
I am like anti that.
Hey, my one car has like, I think almost all of them.
Of the AccuVance Christmas tree?
Yeah,
You have the actual Christmas tree dongle, right?
yeah, of
The
course.
distributor.
Only
Yeah.
because it came with the car.
Did you put one in your receiver yet, or your radio yet?
I've had that in my radio for like 2 years.
No, the Christmas tree with all.
Oh, the whole Christmas tree?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. A trace
No?
vector, a photonic balancer. All in your radio. Find me a place for that.
Yeah, can you 3D print me a new case for the bottom?
Yeah, yeah.
It would be where those extra buttons are for where the 10px has them.
See, now maybe that's why DJ's radio is 10 pounds.
No. Doesn't DJ have like the silicon cover for his radio too?
Yeah, but so do I.
So that's like half the weight of a 7px.
His is so heavy. I drove his car the other day and I was like, what the heck, dude?
10px has better weight balance anyway. Like
That's
they're
actually lighter.
Yeah, a
I think,
lot of
I think
these.
DJ's on a 7.
Kind of on the subject of doing crazy stuff with capacitors. You got to ask Adam. By the way, shout out to the Dark Magazine for having interviewing Adam in their magazine. That was a cool article. I got to read it the other day, and he asked you where you saw like the innovation happening in like the next 5 to 10 years in RC drifting.
front
and
brakes.
Front brakes is what you said, and I that is very interesting to me. I think it's going to be hard because I feel like they'll just lock up immediately, but I do like that concept because if you ever play a Seto, you know left foot braking is a tool that you use a lot, or any game, or if you do real drifts, you know what I mean. So that was what you said. So I was curious to see what like Mitch or Ike would say to that, and I have mine that I thought of too.
Oh, you have something separate?
Like, yeah, well, what's like as far as innovating?
Well, I mean,
like,
yeah, I have
obviously
my
went from,
answer, but I don't know if I thought of anything.
No.
No.
I just drive.
We'll go Mitch.
Yeah,
We'll
he
go
doesn't-
Mitch.
He doesn't think
then-
that far into the hobby.
So we'll go Mitch, then Logan.
Okay.
Judd, do you have one? That's a no.
Oh,
We'll
what?
go Mitch, then
Yeah,
Logan.
what was the question?
So the question is, like, obviously the hobby. James, you be quiet now. Don't spoil my surprise. The hobby obviously started in four all-wheel drive cars, counter steer cars, and then it evolved into where now we're doing two-wheel drive with gyro. Like the technology for simulating a real drift car is ever evolving to make it more realistic, right? So like what's the next step in that?
I think we're going so far away from the realistic part, and we're heading into AI type stuff.
So like assisted, like basically just we'll have Xbox controllers and it'll just be like driving in Car X.
Not even. It's going to be like drive your car a few laps around this track, and now we basically have it mapped out what throttle inputs need to be where. And I mean,
Machine learn the track.
look at the 550. I hated the 550 because I could never counter steer. Now I drive a 550, and I think my hand maybe moves a quarter turn for anything.
So
It's all assist.
So
More-
Judd thinks the next innovation is just going to be computers drive for us.
Yeah,
Pretty
machine
much.
learning.
We just go sit in the other room and our car's drifting itself in the other room.
Yeah. All right, guys. I
Basically.
just turned my car on. It's on the track now. You can turn yours on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, before I say the next part, I would probably say either like FPV, like everyone's on FPV, or everyone's on basically like a full sim in another room, and like on a TV screen, and the car's in another room, so you have like full steering wheel, pedals, and everything. That to me would probably be like the next innovation. It'd be really expensive though, and it'd take up a lot more space. But other than that, like I would almost say like the technology for two-wheel drive drift is almost kind of plateaued. Like, I mean, like I've watched, the videos, like vendor videos from RCDC, like the past couple years. Like, I think it was like last year or the year before the last. Like the most exciting product that I saw was from RC926. It was like 150 gram brass upper plate replacement for the RDX, and that was like the wildest thing that I saw in any of the videos. And I'm just like, man, we kind of like plateaued. Like we don't have anything else good coming out. Like, you know, so yeah. Other than like FPV or like full sim RC drifting, like I don't really see anything else in the future. Steve from Super G, I know he's been messing with like gyroless drifting,
no gyro.
like like no gyro, and like I don't know, like I don't really think that's it, honestly.
The way that he talks about it just isn't like, it's intriguing, yes, but like to have your brain on fry the entire time does not sound like fun to me.
Yeah.
That's some like heroin addict ass shit. That's what that is.
Yeah,
That's,
you gotta.
I've been doing this shit for so long.
Yeah, you gotta be locked into.
It's not the same dopamine drop anymore. I gotta fucking take the gyro off the thing to have any fun driving.
That just sounds like a shop owner who's owned a shop for a very long time that is extremely bored.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost be willing to say like Japan is nearly there. They've been doing this so long that they're running out of ways to make this like new and exciting and interesting. So they're the ones that are willing to dive into like some crazy thing like that. But for us, I mean, it's still pretty fresh for Americans. So we're just excited to get anything right now. But pretty soon, I'm sure it'll kind of plateau for all of us, and we're gonna be all itching for the next new thing. I don't know what it is yet, but.
No, if they
I think I'm on to something. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, James already spoke.
Then that's gonna be the next step. Would be force feedback on your transmitter.
Oh,
that was it. Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Someone's done it.
Well, someone has done it.
Yeah, I've seen it somewhere. I don't remember where, but
I bet it was kind of crappy. Yeah. But that's it for me. Yeah. Having a direct drive steering wheel that behaves like a real life car wheel, so you can it has the counter steer, the self steer. You let go.
That'd be interesting.
In the transition, you catch it. That would be the next cool thing for me.
I think.
But then why not go one up from that and just do it on a full rig?
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah, so just connect it. Yeah, so just connect it to your RC car.
That's why.
Yeah.
I can't take this whole thing to the track, dude.
I mean, but you can. You can.
Just imagine. I ripped my fingers off because the force feedback was too strong.
All our fingers are gonna be like raw.
I mean, but at the same time, the motor function would just be like the equivalent of like a gimbal, right? Like that's all that would need to be, and then just the programming from there. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, basically the motor would just be taking the gyro signal wirelessly, obviously, and then outputting it into a motor. That's pretty much it. And
I think it's one of those things. Is it possible? Yes. Do we want to go through all of the work and R&D to do all of this? Probably not.
The reality for me was that's the rub right there, because none of the transmitter manufacturers, like Drift, isn't a big enough market for them to where they're going to make us our own transmitter that has that in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be the first. Just hack apart your Futaba, put a little those really thin like outrunner motors on there.
If only I could afford a like $800 might not work project.
Okay, so you start on a Noble, the cheaper.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's the way.
But it'd be cool. I think that would make it really.
That's definitely an idea.
Really fun.
This is fun, Calvin. I can't help but think that the plateau is what keeps Weight Shift alive. There's something about a car that acts and looks real is so much fun, even.
Yeah. I mean, there's a market for like the scale stuff. It's almost like taking the RC drift hobby that's already so niche and finding another little niche area of a niche hobby. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of guys out there that enjoy the scale stuff too. I mean, I think in part that's probably what got a lot of us into RC drifting was the scale aspect of it, even though, most of us are probably just into the super competitive high performance part of it now. But I mean, like that's what got me into it. Like, I saw videos from 2016 out in Japan of guys like blowing their bumpers off of their bodies while they were driving. That's what was ultimately cool for me to get into it. But yeah, I mean, look where we've all progressed now. We don't none of us would have detachable bumpers on our car because we don't want to go pick them up off the track every half a lap.
One piece bodies only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people build those body shells and then it's like, all right, one night that was fun.
Yeah.
Never again.
Here you go, Logan. Hector. Torque
Yeah, I saw
vectoring and
that.
aero.
Yeah. We talked about the torque vectoring. I think that would be cool. Hub motors basically in the rear. Active aero. We still talk about fan car all the time.
Do you think if hub motors were a thing, active tow would go away?
I mean, probably not. People still want to just do random crazy tuning stuff for some reason. I think there really is a lot of room for evolution or innovation in our scene right now is in tracks.
Mhm.
Almost all the tracks are just flat, right? Like, I think
drift on like the banked ovals now.
yeah, I think there's a lot of room for elevation stuff happening in tracks.
I mean, I will say the banks, like it's possible to have a bank turn, but because we're on plastic tires, it really can't be too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not going to be like as extreme as like most people would probably want, but
No, yeah. I mean the level of grip you need to have to run a bank as steep as like Irwindale is pretty crazy.
yeah. Have you seen the track out in Japan that had a bank? This EDP.
I think I've seen clips of it.
We've
but,
talked about it on the show before.
Yeah, it's like the back. It's like the very back corner, and it's a slight bank to it.
Yeah. I want crests and G outs and stuff like we're coming over hills and
Oh yeah, like
through the dip.
that pump track you guys were showing last week. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd
that
be
was
sick.
yeah. I mean, like to that, it's just hard to build the understructure for it. I mean, like when we did the scale track, like that was a lot of work that James had to put in, like cutting all the metal and welding it together, and then getting rid of it was like just as hard. Like
I was
when we
just about
got
to
rid of
ask
that,
you,
like
what did you guys even do with that track?
it got thrown out.
Wow.
Yeah, like the elevation change, like we would have let someone take it if they wanted it, but it's just so big, like, who's going to do something with it? So, yeah, I just got cut up and sent to the junkyard.
If it was my track, like if I was doing like, I don't know, it'd be nice to see in certain areas you can pull this off, like kind of like how A-Main has the oval track outside. If you could do an outdoor track, get one of these pump track companies to make it, do it asphalt, and just run D-likes or whatever, that'd be sick.
I mean, it might be more doable for that, but I mean, you look at like most tracks in America right now, it's just tough with the building space and everything.
Yeah, we don't have the budget for that yet.
Yeah, plus like I'm pretty sure like no track here like owns their own building and their space. It's all being leased out, so there's very specific things that you're allowed to do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool to have an outdoor track like that. But yeah, I mean, if you look at if you look at like the direction that most tracks are going in the U.S. right now, everyone's trying to make something that's like going to prepare you for a competition.
Yeah,
there's a couple tracks in America like Shadow Circuit, Street Break that are super focused on scaling this. Those are cool tracks, but for the most part, everyone else wants to, do something that's more of a circuit style.
Yeah. Our scene does seem pretty highly focused on competitive driving right now.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't mean that there's not room for something else like that. Like I definitely want to head out to Florida and Wisconsin one day. Hit those tracks up. It'd be cool.
Did anyone see? I think it was C-Note's car with the active arrow.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like pushing the rules of what's legal in a comp and what's not.
I was watching that video. I was like, man, I wonder what it looks like under the body. Like all these like wires, just like
you have to unplug like 5 things out of your receiver in order to take the body off. That was definitely a unique build.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about that a little bit, like the whole fan car thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to to be able to do all of that to your car, but the other thing is like, is there an actual benefit to it? Like, how do you, test all of that and get any data to prove whether or not like this is actually helping or not?
I think similarly to the banks being an issue with plastic tires, I think adding that much downforce is also, it's still going to be an issue because the penalty to your acceleration is going to be way too high. So if you can rig it to where it's only on, I don't even know, like that'd be, yeah, if you're sucking the car down, you're going to accelerate way slower.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess if you don't have the if it's tuned the right amount.
Balance and everything, right? The art of drift.
Yeah, drifting's a balance. I mean, these days, like, people are so caught up in just tuning for speed and everything. They don't want to get gap. But then, if you go up against someone that's super slow, which I mean that could very well happen in a competition, and you just literally can't stay behind them. Well, you just lost.
Yep.
So yeah, drifting for me has always been a balance of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been my thing for a while that I don't necessarily want to be the fastest car on the track. I want to be fast, but not
just fast enough.
Yeah, just fast enough.
Yeah, we're gonna skip burn tunes tonight, you guys.
No more burn tunes. Burn tunes are banned from this podcast.
Dr. Hogoki, stop.
We're not talking about that tonight.
Those are banned from Super G and banned from this podcast.
You guys,
there's no such thing as a burn tune.
I'm all for roasting rigs and stuff like that, but there's hardly roast rigs to roast. So if you want to post in there, go ahead and do so.
Ashtray Bay, put your fucking rigs, pardon my French, in the damn Discord and we'll roast them, bro.
Pardon my French. Got that real quick.
I can roast Tyler's car probably, for sure.
Nick, get your car in the Discord. See you.
Nick's car we already roasted, so.
James,
wait,
you're up. Both Jameses.
I guess.
Someone at RG, is Tyler at the track right now?
No, I don't think
Someone
so.
please help him.
Not techie enough.
Oh, Tyler probably doesn't know how to post his car on Discord.
Yeah.
Judd, like a year back ago, you used to be like, "This is too technical for me." Look at you now.
What was too technical?
Everything.
Yeah, I'm a master of all now.
That's a stretch, but you've come a long way.
Figuring it out. As a business owner, you figure out little things that you never needed to know in the first place.
Yeah,
That's
everything. You gotta figure it out.
I'm still worried. I'm glad you found Chat GPT and it can help you, but it's also kind of terrifying because it's like giving a toddler the keys to the garage or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's kind of dangerous. Stuff could happen now.
Hey, I only use it after a certain amount of hours of searching.
Weren't you talking to like Steve the entire time though?
Yeah, but he doesn't know what cameras they have.
Rip.
I mean,
Like, wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Chat GPT is pretty powerful. Like a lot of my employees at my other job, they use it. I'm still over here like Google searching. They're like, "Why are you Google searching? Like just Chat GPT it." And
Dude,
find the answer.
I've Google searched for cameras specifically for every free moment after work and in between track, even at the track. I was searching, couldn't find nothing for a 60 FPS camera. And then one day I was like, "Oh, Chat GPT." Asked it. 5 minutes later, boom, done. Okay, they're on the way.
Yeah, we're just in the generation of people that just Google everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The previous generation looked everything up in a
Ask Jeeves.
encyclopedia. We were the generation that Googled everything, and then the generation after us just asked ChatGPT or some other AI program.
Yeah, no, I'm in all three, baby.
Yeah.
I had to go to the library if I wanted to know something. Then
Pretty much.
Google came, and now I can just like ask my phone, like just say, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Someone has to screenshot it if they see it.
Back to 67. Back to 67.
69.
I wanted to ask you guys, because we've been asked this of you. What is your guys's kind of, because we had Team Heartbreak on, and they're, I don't know how to describe it. They're similar to Team PDX in that it kind of feels like they're a little more closely tied to you guys as shop owners than other teams at your track, right? And then you also have your own team, which has most of those guys on it anyways. So like, what is it about having a team like that in your shop that you guys found beneficial? And then what is your strategy with just the team that you have, the wider Rolling Garage team?
I mean, with Heartbreak, like something like that, it gives people like, oh, is Heartbreak going to be there kind of thing? Like, okay, I'll go today. Like, they know they drive good, so they know they can get their practice in with them. But at the same time, like, they're knowledgeable, so they're there to help answer questions, give them the support they need. But yeah, as far as like the bigger scale team, it's the same thing, but widespread. It's more to help these drivers, give them, I guess help them with like, because they get their benefits as a driver, but with that they get a buy product, test it out, help people out, be that person answering questions on social media, all that stuff, representing us. So that's what we look for.
It's also beneficial for us for like social media content. All their videos are primarily from here, so
it's the way I kind of look at it is like the Heartbreak guys is like, that's helping. I mean, they're known across the country, obviously, but that's kind of like they're helping out your local scene, and then the actual Rolling Garage team, people all over the country, that's helping out a lot of your, just because you guys obviously run a pretty sizable e-commerce website too, right? So I think for me, that's where the benefit of that comes in, is people around the country see those guys driving and think, oh, I can order the parts from Rolling Garage.
Yeah, I mean, this applies to like all of our team drivers, but we give them like codes to give to people during interactions and stuff. So in that way, like, they're directing people to us. It's getting them out to interact with people where we can't. It's just extending our reach of customer interaction.
For sure.
And then the big question we get asked all the time is, how do I get on the team, or how does one be a part of the team? So how do you guys
that one?
One always, it's always like, I get it all the time. It's like people call you like, oh, have you seen this person? Yeah, like, you should think about it. It's like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm literally looking at the same people you're looking at. But it just takes time for us to, extend the offer of prospect and then move on from there. It's more like, because everyone is like good at driving, but what we look for is like, you're knowledgeable, you work on your own car, you help people. Like, it's not just you're a good driver, we're going to give you benefits, right? It's you're going to help this whole community grow and become like fun, or it is fun, but like, keep it fun.
For sure.
What I always say is, if you have to ask, then it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just like, there's not like a checklist or anything. Like, if we think you're good for the team, then you'll be on the teams.
Yeah, I don't think we have anyone on the team that came up to us and asked. It was more like, hey, like, you've improved a lot. Like, we want to help you out.
There you go.
Yeah, sponsorship in the U.S. drift scene right now is it's very like tricky. I guess I don't know. Like everyone wants to get sponsored now. You know.
Yeah. I mean, you see it flying around all over the place. Everybody's on whatever. And
yeah, I mean, I can't really relate because I'm not sponsored by anyone like but my own shop, but. You know, so I don't know. I don't have that perspective of like, oh, everyone else is sponsored. Why aren't I? You know, so
yeah, that's the tough part. Like for a team like Heartbreak or Team PDX, and even your Rolling Garage team to a certain extent, there's not like for us like honestly asking is more than likely hurting your chances of being a part of the team. Did I drop out?
Yeah. I mean, you know, like if it happens, it happens. Great. If it doesn't, then you know, just don't take it personally. Just keep going. I mean, like this was supposed to be a hobby for all of us.
Yeah.
You know, so
my phone
getting hurt over getting sponsorships or not getting sponsorships is just making this less fun for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of companies that all it takes is to ask. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you never know. I mean, like it's like they always say the worst they could say is no, but
Yeah.
It just I don't know. It really depends on what you want to do with your life in this hobby. Like, you know, sponsorships, I mean, after looking at it now, what I will say is I don't know realistically for me personally if I would want to be sponsored by one single company. And if I was, like, I better really like every single product that company is putting out, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a big commitment to have like a, you know, a factory team sponsor such as like Rev-D Yokomo, a company that is pretty much like all encompassing. They make every product for you to get into this, you know, down from chassis kit to electronics and everything. Like you better, if you're getting offers from something like this, you better make sure that you like everything that they make because you're going to have to run all that stuff.
It's not always all it's chalked up to be.
Yeah.
Well, I can hang out audio style, but yeah, my camera's
frozen.
Yeah, we have a good
as long as
photo of you here. So
yeah, just
okay.
leave me out.
as long as we can hear you, that's
It kind of looks like I'm talking, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you not able to plug your phone in, Logan?
It's a long story, but basically no.
Well, the solution to that is a long cable.
Well, the thing, it's plugged into my computer, but the app to run the camera software burns the battery faster than the computer charges it.
Oh, so you need a power delivery USB. Like one of those things.
Yeah.
Okay. So Genki RC has said this, 3 or 4 times in...
At least 10.
Yeah. So we need to ask.
Yeah, sure.
Does Mitch plan on doing a review on the Futaba GYD 560 compared to the 550? Love the video he made for the GYD 550 and always find myself going back to the video.
Well, for that, I would say, would you like to send me one so I could do a video on it? Because right now, as far as Futaba USA is concerned, I can't get it. Yeah. 560, 6PV, CD701. It's not officially out in North America yet. Like, I know some people are getting that stuff from, like, Super G or overseas or stuff, but, yeah, you can't get it here, so.
I would point Genki to last week's episode. We spoke with Brody, who has
yeah. Basically, what they said was, like, if you already have a 550, it's really, like, not worth getting the 560 or the CD701. Like, it's not that different.
Yeah.
If it's your first setup, I mean, yeah, sure, go for it. I think it's going to be slightly more expensive for the gyro than the 550, and especially with the used market on the 550s, like you can get pretty good deals on a 550 used.
Yeah, anywhere from like $80 to $100.
I just saw one the other day sell for like 60.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, guys were all over that, but yeah, I mean, if it's available brand new and it's your first Futaba setup and you're willing to put the time into learning everything, then go for it. But if you already have 550 and CD 700, like, you're not going to really notice a huge difference in functionality.
I'll just repeat what I said last week. It's not necessarily intended for 550 owners to upgrade. It's more just them updating their product line because it's been a few years.
Yeah.
And
I mean, like, on the subject of it not being available here, if you happen to get it over here and you have problems with it, well, you're kind of like SOL. Like, Futaba USA won't do anything for you because, as far as they're concerned, like, they don't sell the product, so they can't do anything for you if something happens to it. So,
not to mention that turnaround time from Futaba, like, even just Futaba USA, is still a pain in the butt. Like, for me to send a gyro,
I've heard that from a few people. Like, luckily for us, like, we've sent a couple things out to be serviced and we had pretty good results. But yeah, I've heard some people they don't have good turnaround time for some reason.
Yeah, like a long time ago when I was trying to figure out my 4 p.m., there were like 10 weeks. Like, no.
Yeah.
No.
So was it like troubleshooting needed, or was it like damage?
So basically my 4 p.m. had a glitching issue. So if there were too many 7px's around, like, the car would basically brown out and just like go haywire for a little bit. And then it would automatically turn back on and like keep on going. But I opened a ticket, they didn't know what it was, and whatever. Like, they soon later found out that it was a firmware update that needed it. Except the other part of it is that my radio couldn't accept, like, I couldn't get to the point where it would do a firmware update. So I rage quit and bought a 7pxr one day.
Can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unfortunately for your wallet.
Yeah, it's probably like when they had an update. Troubleshooting stuff it's a while, but like all we've done was just damage screens, and as soon as they receive the package that same day, it gets repaired and shipped out.
Yeah,
I wish. And then I've had a 550 actually DOA, like it. Well, correction,
that's crazy.
It worked, but I couldn't do S-bus tuning on it, like, at all.
Yeah, and I mean, the tricky thing with that for Futaba USA is they either just completely don't deal with drift stuff, or they have very little knowledge of that stuff. So anything like drift related is hard for them to want to service or, do anything with if there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, luckily it was still taken care of, but buying the gyro and then also paying like shipping to get it there was kind of painful.
Yeah.
All right, I think we need to switch it up here. We need to make some roasts here. Logan, are you sure you can't do anything about your camera?
I'm working on it.
Because your picture's a meme in Discord now.
Sick. That's perfect. That's a great picture.
That's great.
What's wrong with that picture?
Nothing at all.
It looks like you're stroking out a little bit.
That's fine.
Okay, so first order of business comes from, my name is Jeff in Discord. So we've got an overdose gum.
I'm a genius.
How far up?
Oh, what's happening?
I'm back.
Kaiju Golem.
Yeah, how far up was it?
Oh yeah, Kaiju Golem.
May 26th. Let's see.
It's number 15.
Kaiju Golem, huh?
Trying to look at the solders, dude. I'll always go after the solders first. Oh, you got the wire covering it up, so I can't tell. Stock cap, boom, roasted.
Wait, they make these in steps? Like, those
Which
are
one?
steps. Those are 4 and 5 mil. I didn't think that they did that. The bullets.
Oh, the racing ones?
Yeah, because like you can either do.
Yeah, I've never seen those.
Huh.
All I know about those is I don't recommend people use those because they come unscrewed and your car will like shut off. So
Yeah, just get the 1-up lockdown ones. That's what I would do.
Shameless plug, huh, Logan?
Yeah,
Fine,
Lock them
fine,
down.
fine.
Lock them down, they're
One-ups
never
coming.
going to come out.
I'll say it. Get the 1-up locking nuts. They're epic.
Always get the 1-up locking nuts. If you want some, I have one red coming and one purple coming. Extras.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty cool. It's like I'm not. It's gonna take me a while to get used to recognizing kaijus.
I still
Posted
haven't
that.
gotten
Is that
my.
Is that number 1?
Gom. I have nothing. It's good. I like it.
15.
Anything Gom, I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, racing connectors, boom, roasted.
Oh, 15. Sideways receiver is a move.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I still have yet to receive my. Well, I haven't asked either, but I haven't gotten any shipping information for my kaiju. So hopefully it's just like roaming around the States right now. Yeah, it'll be
Oh, is
interesting.
Are those connectors what lit up Liam's car? We saw the video of that.
No. I don't think no.
were, the step downs, but they're like towering.
Oh yeah. No, they were
Towering.
like the slip-on reducers that like stick out the top of the battery.
Yeah.
And I mean, like honestly, like I don't think anyone knows for sure what it was, but I mean, it's possible it could have been that, but I don't think it's possible that anything kind of bridged them.
So, we see these immaculate bodies from Josh,
Once again, Josh.
but we never see the chassis.
Display chassis, probably. Or no,
Probably it looks. It might be.
there's no pictures from further up. Otherwise, you'd be able to see wires through the window.
No, you're totally right. Display chassis.
Oh no, it is a display
Like-
chassis. If you look,
Yeah,
if you look through the
there's
front grill, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the only thing I can rip Josh on at this point, and this is only because I went through this firsthand. I didn't understand like how clear the bodies could be until I didn't have a plastics body for the first time. So like all of my first 2 or 3 bodies were A plastics, and if you look at his windshield, like they're just not the clarity. They're like kind of scuffed
Like
looking, basically.
Orange peeled.
And then I finally
Yeah.
got the GR Corolla from Rev D, and I was like, "Oh, it's perfectly
see through my
clear.
window."
Okay. Holy shit!"
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that worked.
don't know. A plastics body, boom, roasted.
There's Carl.
From Midnight Menu. I have no idea who this is.
Carl?
That's Carl.
That's Carl.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Look at the picture.
That's my car.
Look at the.
No, that's too nice to be Carl's car. Plus, it's
Well, that's
independent
who
rear
posted it.
suspension.
Okay.
No, it's just.
No, there's like 3 midnight menus.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
in Discord.
Yeah, no, that's my RDX.
The
The
blue.
the nice one, not the plastic one. Plastic one's pretty nice though.
What are your
Those are
thoughts?
new wheels.
You got Jake at the track trying to rob all my parts.
Thoughts on the RSST Pro?
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I just switched to RSST Revox coming off a Futaba setup.
Yeah, best switch ever made. Like,
Yep.
I'm just tired of tuning every parameter. I just want to set it and forget it.
Yeah.
It's funny
100% recommend the Pro.
What was that?
what are I wonder what brand those are.
Probably Yokomo. Yeah, they came. I think they came off my Golem. But the interesting part about the shocks is the cylinders. They're Axon short dampers from
Huh.
like a touring car.
Yeah, so like BD 10, 11 stuff.
Mugen like a Mugen touring car. It's a high big bore 3.
So is this a competition chassis or just the have fun chassis?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a comp chassis. Even though I don't really get to compete or anything, but yeah, it's pretty competitive. As far as like modern American competitive RC drift cars go.
Mm-hmm. So you ran out of black wire, right? Is that what happened?
That was just leftover wire in the back. Before I had just the power wire was red because I ran out of black wire. And then I moved the motor down to the low position and I needed to resolder the whole thing, so I just swapped everything out for red.
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting stack of electronics you got there on top of the transmission.
Oh yeah, the boost monster. Boost monster, battery gauge.
This is the cap that you can only get from Japan, right?
I had like 7 here, and they went all in like a couple days.
Okay.
But yeah, I can get those. But yeah, other than that, like I think Jordan was looking for one. Like before we got them in, he'd ask me like every day, "You got the boost monsters in? You got the boost monsters in?" I'm like, "No, not yet. Like they still haven't shipped." And he was looking for one, and yeah, the only place you could find them was Japan. Like you can find them on eBay if you want to pay like $150 for it.
Oh geez.
Yeah, that's just like all the companies over here that just like repost Yahoo auction listings. Like they're just factoring in like Japanese shipping.
Yeah.
Even though the shipping doesn't cost nearly that much, but
What is this top line doohickey?
it's a top line DX noise canceller. It's
Is
just I guess it's supposed to filter out like electrical noise.
Is that just like one of those magnetic cases around the wires?
Yeah, it's just like a clip-on trace vector.
Yeah. I'd be interested in there's got to be like an industrial source for capacitors that just aren't RC drift branded.
Yeah. Wow, those
Mitch.
wheels are destroyed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Oh, roast the wheel. The wheel. I need new wheels.
Dude,
Boom, roast it.
Get
Holy
some new
crap.
wheels. Oh my
No, you know what?
God.
You know what that means? That just means that I can get really close to someone. I could just door them. You know.
Or you just get
And
hit walls all day.
no, that's from putting your front wheel into someone's rear wheel, like 100%. Look
Yeah.
at on real cars, like look at Naoki's wheels, dude. Naoki's Graham lights are always just curved because he's always dooring someone. So that just means I'm like super good.
Okay, Migs Czar, something like that, and another golem. Hey, those are cool. I dig those.
Looks good to me.
Those are interesting bullets. Those are cool.
Oh, dice.
Every single guy in Vegas needs to have those on his car.
High
Yeah, I had
rollers.
those on my bike when I was 12.
I would definitely take a set.
Let's not ignore the Super Mario.
Slide body.
Look out!
I'm ignoring that body.
Yeah, it's you know what? That's your personal choice. If you like it, good on you.
Who is
As long as you like it, man.
Wait, what is going on?
I mean, it looks pretty well done.
Is it painted? That's
it's
good.
a slide body. Keith painted that.
oh,
Oh, Slide Customs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all paint.
Yeah, so it's well done.
are the characters like tweaked out?
Yeah,
That's dope.
Stones, man. It's
The,
stones.
the hood mural is kind of sus.
Yeah.
like
Did
Yeah.
you get it on your McLaren? Or
No, it's yeah, I haven't built that yet.
looks good. From Filet.
RDX. Wow, that the front shock tower. Oh wait, never mind. That's just a
This has
standard
to
shock
be
tower
a
spacer.
RG guy.
Are
Well, he's got a Corolla and an
Are-
RCDF
Hector?
sticker.
Is it?
Oh no, that's Christian. Yeah, that's Christian's car.
what kind of shocks are these? For a second there, I was thinking like RDS shocks.
The fronts are the Mugen shocks because I sold
Okay.
him the set. I bought two, so I still have a pair left over because you only use them for like the fronts.
Hmm.
So I have one pair left, and then I bought another set, and he bought it, and I think he split it with someone else.
Is
So
there
those are the main fronts that I have.
is there a benefit to running a shorter shock up front?
So I first got the idea from Vincent, but then there's a
Secret
couple
sauce.
guys in Japan that I saw running them. The idea for it's mainly like an RDX thing, but I mean you can apply this theory to any car. So the idea is when you have a short cylinder like that, you increase the pressure inside the damper. So it's
Sure.
like running like a super hard diaphragm, and even on top of that, like I run the top line super hard damper or the diaphragm. So the pressure inside is super high, and it makes the movements in the shock very short, responsive, quick.
Okay.
But other than benefit, honestly, I was coming off of nerds. Like, I don't know if I'd really see a huge benefit from switching. But it's all kind of the RDX mentality is make everything quick, responsive, make all the alignment changes short.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a boost monster too on his. So yeah, RG might be the only boost monster dealer whenever we have them in the US.
You better get some more coming.
Yeah.
Is this body or is this chassis mounted under a GR86 or a BRZ body?
No, it's a Corolla.
No, it's not.
Oh, I think I think he has the Wonder S15 or some other S15. That S15 in the back, or the S13 maybe.
All right, then run that.
GR86.
Yeah, GR86.
Yeah. Because the reason why is that I've never been able to mount a body like a GR86 with normal body posts. So
Yeah,
this is
I mean I'm running the GR86, but I always like the back magnets are always coming off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have to lower my brace like that, but
It's really
Okay.
clean. Looks good.
like a strut tower for your front brace.
Brace for the
Yeah.
brace. Yeah, that's kind of
There's one.
yeah,
okay. That's boredom.
that
Oh,
one.
I see why. I see why.
yeah.
Sorry.
That was for the HG conversion.
Yeah, there's no front.
Well, he did the technique that Miko used when he first put HG on his RDX. He had to cut that brace in half.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, for me, I just run the Whitey 2 bulkhead.
There you go.
Dang, I didn't even know about that.
But yeah, I saw it in the last picture. Yeah.
IAF Joshua. Queen
That's Josh, Ideal Auto Factory. He'll be on.
Tetsujin wheels. With a cracked Tetsujin wheel?
Hell yeah.
Run it till it breaks.
Oh yeah. You can get replacement faces for those anyway. So
Well, that's the whole thing, right? Adjustable wheels, like one of the first adjustable wheels.
look at the rear spokes. The rear spokes are cracked too. Holy, jeez. Oh.
I remember when like Tetsujin just like initially released these things. They were so popular. Like before Chrome was a thing.
At least this yellow looks yellow.
Yeah, it's hard to paint yellow successfully if you back it in black.
Mm-hmm.
Some like crawler wheels. Like 6 lug, dude. That's the world's first 6 lug RX-7.
Hey, FPS Drift is here. We need to talk, by the way. Oh, sorry. I need to actually put it on screen. That helps.
There you go. That's Ike.
This
No,
is
it's
I.
not. Roast it. No, it's not.
So, okay. I feel like I'm desensitized to like anything overdose right now.
Looks great. Overdose, great.
Like it's not even triggering as that anymore. It's just another golem. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Is it full option?
No, I have plastic rear arm.
Looks fine. Looks like
I don't think he
golem.
focused the camera before he took it. Boom, roasted.
Thanks.
Boom, roasted.
Did not. I just clicked away because Mitch was like, "Oh, take pictures for." Or I was like, "Okay, I'll do it real quick."
Are these the pink HRC springs?
Purple.
I mean, they look purple to me.
Yeah. It's the purple ones. Their pink ones were like a lot brighter pink.
Yeah.
It's not the TIs. It's
Gotcha.
the 017s.
Okay.
I'm only answering for him because I sold them to him.
Mhm.
Or actually, no, I gave them to him.
Dr. H saying magenta springs.
Yeah, that's not purple at all.
I'll take magenta.
What?
How
Why
much
are
is
these
it?
black, Ike? You
Hey,
know they
you know
make
what?
them purple,
I
yeah.
got the-
Yeah,
I got HG4s that I haven't built yet.
yeah. There's a set of Spec 4s in the back with his name on it.
Yeah, it is like you guys really do have no excuse for not color matching since you own a shop.
Hey, it's still not that easy. We're at the mercy of whenever they make stuff too. You know.
Don't look at that.
What's in there?
The one.
Something bad.
plastic.
It's the full
Let's see.
aluminum trans case with a plastic rear cap.
You know
Like-
what? I gave my what's it called? My ESC mount to Hector. So I took that.
Man, you gave away gold. Those things are
I
so
know.
hard to find.
Yeah. But it's
He
Hector,
doesn't.
man.
Yeah. Plus, he doesn't rear mount his ESC anyways, so
Okay, that's fair.
it was just a vanity plate.
Let it be known that Ike runs 30 degrees of timing.
Yes.
Yeah, he got that piece from me too. I still have 2 left.
Jake, what are you doing? I just want to see all the.
I told you.
Oh, this is in the shop.
Is that
Yeah.
actually
Yeah, it's
screwed to
above the door.
wall?
Yeah.
Well,
I
so
have
it's
I have
chassis
my
storage.
midnight mini screwed to the ceiling.
Good screwed to
Yeah.
the wall. So Jake, why aren't you running that RDX Master Race Boom roasted?
Funny story about Jake. He hates those things.
Yeah.
Shh. Miko's watching, dude. You can't say that shit.
Oh yeah, dude, your team captain's on, dude. You can't badmouth the RDX like that.
And another RDX.
That's James.
Too many RDXs.
There's because I have to do tech for Federation. There was about, and it's been consistent like this for the last few rounds. It's probably like 80% RDXs in the field.
Yeah. I think last round for us was a bunch of RDXs as well.
Someone
Yeah.
didn't
I mean,
fill out the spec sheet, so I have no idea what the numbers are.
They're an easy chassis to drive.
Well, no.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like-
it's most people are, you know, like they're full turnbuckles and everything, so it's not like it's like Rev D like spec or anything, but you know, there's a lot of RDXs.
No, I meant
But you put turnbuckles on them, they just drive.
I was meaning Judd. Can you fill out the like who drives what sheet?
I thought, yeah, no, Ben had all that.
No, that it wasn't filled out last time, so we didn't get any of those statistics.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't fill that out because we're doing in sign up and check 2 different things. But Ben did have the list of everybody's cars.
Okay. Well, I might have to bug.
It's probably still under Jake's pit mat.
It's just there. Okay, I know where to look. Okay. IF Joshua. Didn't we already see a chassis? Oh, he's got suicide wheel. Ooh. What's the ratio on that? I forget.
I don't know, but that might be the answer for like you were telling me, like for the direct drive steering input, like some kind of mod kit to make your 10px or whatever direct drive.
Coiled wires.
Figure that out though.
Coiled wires.
That's coiled in like a very straight line down the upper deck. That's, I mean, it's pretty impressive.
I'm kind of embarrassed to show this, but I have like a whole kit, like a tool specifically to make coiled wires.
What?
For his sim wheel.
Cable. Oh.
But that's a point and a purpose. Because you have SimuCube, right? Sim Magic? What's your base?
SimuCube, yeah.
Yeah, SimuCube.
My base.
Because it all just plugs in by the USB, right? So they all have to be able
Yeah,
to...
well, I mean, it's just, a lot of stuff. Mostly, like, if you make a steering wheel and you need a wire, it's nice to have it cool.
Here we go. Mr. Spleen Machine.
Oh, yeah, I saw DJ got his golem done.
DJ.
DJ already knows what I'm going to roast on it.
DJ.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Full option golem and stock golem sharks. I was giving him shit on Tuesday for it.
Boom, roasted. It took him freaking 7 months to drive this car.
And he's basically had all the parts.
He was waiting for a few, right?
That doesn't look like a factory overdose top plate for the ESC.
Scale dynamics. Or scale reflex.
Scale reflex. The sad thing is he has the shocks. He's just waiting for the shock oil.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the tough part about that is they're coming out with that, the new oil.
Yeah. I told him to put some of the radioactive that I have in it, but he wouldn't touch it.
Just put damn oil in your shocks. Who gives a
Pretty much.
Yeah. Get it running, and then when the new one comes in, just replace it.
If you can find the rebuild kit anywhere, that's the big thing.
Rebuild kit? What's a rebuild kit?
Yeah, they're specific. It's like the X-ring and all the shims. Like, yeah, that's just overdose stuff. Yeah, if you don't use their factory overdose rebuild kit, your shocks are just gonna implode one day while you're driving them.
Logan don't rebuild nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, same with Ike. Ike's going on probably like 2 years on Spec 3s right now.
Hold up, Adam. Adam, go back to those solders.
Oh, I know. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh. DJ soldering coming into question.
Oh, horrible.
Oh.
There's a pretty good shot of him on the gallon. Looks like a cold joint. But that...
What is that? Come on, DJ.
That was probably like a heat sink on top of there before like one of the grips, and then he just took it off. Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh wait, no. Never
Yeah.
mind. No, it's just bad. Sorry, DJ. It's just bad.
It's just bad.
Hey, I'm just
Who do
glad
you guys have
DJ
soldering a
took
drip
all the
PDX?
rusty
DJ
screws
solders
off
people's cars, dude.
and put titanium on finally.
Yeah, you cover that up with the 1-up bullet.
Yeah, just put the grips on there.
They are in stock right now. If anybody needs some new ones, they just restocked
DJ
today.
needs some new ones.
Nick, dude, these Team Heartbreak cars are so sick.
No, they're not, DJ. They have orange ones.
This picture's off center. It's annoying
Oh
me.
no.
Boom, lightly roasted.
It's slightly annoying me. But then this
Your
makes up for
competition
it.
sucks, Nick. Get roasted.
Doesn't know how to blow his car off or take pictures centered. Did he post pictures of his chassis? Because, well,
Yeah,
they
we got him.
posted
We
it,
got
like,
him.
2 weeks ago. I bet you it's still just as dirty. He never blew it off after that. It's a different car? Oh, that's an entirely different car.
Looks clean to me.
Yeah,
It
it's a
looks
different car.
suspiciously clean.
It's because he hasn't driven that car
Because
probably
it's
in
brand
like,
new.
2 months. Well, no, he hasn't driven that car in like a month or however long since he got his RDX.
I like the symmetrical Christmas tree action.
Dang.
And then
Why?
This is Joe good.
Dumbass. Get a camera that works, idiot.
The Seeb.
Yeah.
Damn.
And another one.
Is it just me or does that red look like way different than the other reds?
Camera, probably.
hey, you guys. Okay. Trying to get through them. I'm just trying to get through them right now.
Seb just counter. That's Seb. That's the first like counter roast.
Dang.
Yeah, that was also a
It's
cool.
good
sticker.
though. I be checking my bearings and got like each one has like a coil of Mitch hair.
Yeah. Oh,
That
no.
could be dangerous,
Oh, no.
hanging out with Mitch and then being around your blonde hair girlfriend.
He already said that further.
Whoa.
Just have to say it again.
Like, I don't think it's actually all that bad. It's just like everywhere. All the cables.
They're labeled.
They are labeled.
Yeah, I guess if you
Safety first.
have to change your motor, you gotta know which ones to put back where.
Dang, Hector's got a point. Mitch DNA in your car means Mitch spec.
What are the rear? Oh, those are not good. What's the rear body mount situation on this car?
Amazon.
Oh.
What body goes on?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that. Yeah, like what was that? That's what I saw. I was like, what?
What are
What
those?
was that?
Oh, angled.
It's not
Yeah,
just
different
angled.
angles.
It's like it's not
Going
even.
up gang signs.
Yeah, what kind of body is that set up for? Missile body or something? Body that's like
Like
not
crash,
symmetrical on the
yeah.
back.
That's like, yeah, that's a whole disadvantage for everyone that drives in NorCal. Is they're slower because there's so much hair tangled up in the front.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh Remick. What's up? He got a TQ just recently, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sure
Yep.
did.
Past weekend.
Excellent job.
Is he still
That was-
running the
that-
reef setup?
I want to say,
He could tell us.
yeah, but
I would know if anything because I tech everyone's car, but I don't be looking at. I don't remember cars like that.
He'd stop.
I'm sure he'll answer.
That was
I
that was
he
my
was
favorite.
like he's
Reef
yeah,
servo.
Reef servo. I think he's Revox gyro.
next order from
I think
David
he's
Tuggle will throw a lock of hair in there for you.
yeah. I think Josh is still sponsored by Reefs.
You guys should charge for that, dude.
Mitch
Just a little
hair.
upsell right at the end.
Someone's gonna clone me so that they can get all my tuning secrets.
So is James officially back now? Like he's back
Yes.
in running order. No more car
Yeah,
on fire.
yeah, he was driving the
Oh,
burned
yeah.
RDX,
Con fire?
and you could still smell the
Yeah, his
burn the
battery
whole
blew
time.
up.
Like
Yeah,
if that
what?
car goes by you, you can smell it.
The
Yeah, you guys
worst
know what kind of
smell.
battery he was using?
The worst kind of battery you could imagine.
Not name brand?
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
What are those?
I
Like,
asked Miko
$15
because I thought it
batteries?
might be. I thought it might be like a Rev D battery.
No.
No, it was one of those cheap batteries that are made here in Portland.
Oh, the Speedy no, not Speedy. They're the Hobby King thing, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
They're making batteries in Portland.
Well, Hobby
No,
King has
they
a
don't make them here.
warehouse.
We just have a warehouse here.
Oh, just the company is based out of Portland.
The warehouse is.
Oh, okay.
Is he still running the? He is.
These are
Is that like a full
cool.
carbon chassis with a plastic battery tie down?
Oh no, that was his burnt ends that he had.
Oh,
Yeah, there's still parts of the car have been melted.
These are cool. Is that coming off of like our design stuff,
Yeah.
Logan?
that looks
What?
custom.
These adjustable
Yeah, it looks
body
interesting.
mounts.
I don't know what those are. I've
Oh.
never seen them.
Yeah, isn't it?
It looks like.
Oh,
it
yeah,
uses
those are our
like
design.
yoke piece, but yeah.
Josh
So
can
yeah,
correct
that's pit
me,
stop. Yeah, that's
but I'm
pit
pretty
stop.
sure those are our design
Oh.
prototypes.
Prototype for universal adjustable height.
Yeah.
Yeah. DJ is asking someone to do a kickflip. DJ, I think you got it.
I don't have my fingerboard.
Nope,
anymore.
Rio has it.
Yeah.
Rio stole your fingerboard.
Nah, he said he wanted. I was like, man, I don't use this thing. Here you go.
This is James Golm, right?
Yep.
James Andreessen. Oh yeah, he has it. Wait, he didn't sell his? I thought he sold his.
James would never sell this gun.
He's a pretty big fan of that thing.
Then what's this on Facebook Marketplace?
James, my guy.
Oh.
James.
Oh. Crusty.
Yeah, we won't talk about James's solder jobs.
Maybe that's why his battery blew up.
It's like he cut the heat shrink.
And just
And
put it
then
around the plug.
Yeah.
That's for secureness. It
Like,
keeps
why?
it in place.
Why?
It'll never come out.
Keeps them from arcing out on each other.
James, next time you're at the shop, let me fix that for you, bud.
From the Mystery Twins. It's a small picture.
Wonder who that is.
Several all the way RDXs. This looks like rolling garage floor.
Looks like a doctor.
That could be any American tile track in the U.S. or an elementary school.
And we got Sunny. Custom chassis.
Fancy.
Adjustable wheelbase.
How do OD people feel about OD sharks?
Huh?
How do
About what?
overdose people feel about Galm sharks?
I mean, I had both, so I'm all for it. Two of my favorite chassis.
Jake. So Jake posts his body.
Oh.
Jake posts his body. Mitch, do you approve?
Yes, cool livery. Got some cool stickers on it.
Does that sticker come with a livery on the windshield?
No, that's separate.
Extra Mitch props. Apparently, someone posted in Roast My Workbench. Oh, it's Jake. What does Jake Workbench look like?
Oh, that's his new.
I mean, Jake, since you're already at the track, you might as well paint those pit tables while you're there.
Yeah. Can you paint them, please?
You're gonna be there all night. I'll head in
Yeah.
after this is over.
Is this the type of table that I'm gonna be looking at, like for my stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours has an overhang, and we may or may not have already mounted the TVs to it.
I said you. Yeah, I totally said do it.
Well, we weren't going to, but then Tuesday we got a wild hair up our butts, and
We're gonna move his crap.
We were
Okay.
getting a lot of complaints that you ruined the skate park. So
Hey, that's where they put me. Okay. Anyways, zoom in
Hey,
on
so
the
I was
mag.
reading. I was reading that interview in the magazine. Adam, you live like an hour and 20 away from PDX.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Oh, man. Whoa.
yeah, we don't get to see Adam as often as we would like.
Yeah, right
we
now.
see Adam on Conk Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's the only
We never drive
guaranteed
with him
day.
because he's busy.
What magnet, Jake?
Go straight in above the cart.
The
Go up,
one you think
go
it
up.
is.
There you go. Over.
Wait.
Up. Nope. Go back. Over. Right there.
That was on a fire hydrant outside the track, and then it was on my car for a second, and then it made its way inside.
Oh, geez.
Need a couple of those for the heartbreak table.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. It's been fun. It's 9:19.
That's one of those shows that just goes by so fast.
Yes. One of these. Hey, Mitch, Ike, do you have anyone that you'd like to shout out? We'll keep on going with this idea of
Shout outs now.
Shout out to ourselves, man. There's a lot of work opening this place, honestly. No, shout out to everyone that's came by the last 3 years, made this place what it is. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. Shout out to all my YouTube fans. I've met a couple of them, no idea who they are, but they're just like, hey, man, I feel like I know you through YouTube. I'm like, that's awesome, dude. Like, I have no idea who you are, but thanks for watching.
Yeah, and shout out to the team here. Like if I were to run a place alone, I don't know how I would do it. Like props to you, Judd. But thanks for the guys here, Ryan, Carl, Mitch. Makes it a lot easier. So yeah.
You guys have an event coming up too, right?
Oh, Malcolm's event, the one like on the 31st.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're into anime, swing on by. There's going to be a lot of anime and anime related accessories available.
We'll
Yeah,
have food. We'll have like coffee and like fruit drink stand, and then all the vendors and everything. So that'll be fun.
James, you want
Dal
to go?
will be there and stuff. Oh yeah, James would get a kick out of that event
I think
probably.
he's actually booking a flight right now.
Oh yeah.
Flight confirmed.
I'd be down for that. It's just time.
But yeah, 31st. Just if you go, you go. It'll be fun, and bring a car too, so we can drift as well.
Free track day if you cosplay as Mitch. Is that true?
Oh, I'll pay for that one. Except SoCal Mitch might just show up in his normal attire and just be like, "Hey, you got me on track day today, right?"
Right. Anyone else? Ike? Anyone from you? Or any more from you, I guess.
Shout out to all my drivers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I'm on an RDX. Ike and Ryan's on a Golem. Like we wouldn't really be driving these cars if it wasn't for like some of our top drivers. It helps us, push the cars a little bit. Like they help us with like RDX overdose knowledge sales, and in turn we help them by pushing their brands too.
Perfect.
So I mean, yeah, you look at our
Synergy.
top drivers, Miko, Alfredo, like they're RDX and Galm, and we're RDX and Galm.
Right on. Okay, you guys, just a preview for the coming weeks here. Next week is Durkee.
That'll be a fun one. I'll tune into that one.
Is it just gonna be him, Logan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can maybe snag someone from the community to hop on though.
I'm assuming that might be Jake. He's usually into that. Although
Yeah, if he
Jake,
doesn't want to talk about competition stuff, definitely like get Jake on there.
Jake also has a busy 2 weeks after that because we've got Josh with Harley Designs on the 5th. So that'll be a Jake and Lance podcast.
I'll watch that one, yeah. Josh is
Jake's got
Josh is
plenty of
local
time.
to
He
us.
can do them all.
What, Judd?
So Jake has plenty of time. He can do them.
And then we got Afro and Joey after that. Jake wants to be on that one too.
We can do Durkee and Dow.
Durkee and Dow. Jake, are you saying yes, you want to be on next week?
Yeah, he's literally so bored he went and broke into the track.
Yeah, he's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's on the 19th? D'Antonio?
D'Antonio and
Dan-
that's style
okay.
overall. So D'Antonio,
Okay.
Tyler, and Kevin for a little bit.
Okay.
That's the team out of Tandem RC.
Okay. Gotcha. And the 26th is Josh with Ideal Auto Factory. So busy week. Again, the shout out, as always, if you're interested in being on the show, let us know. It's as easy as that. We'll get you scheduled and do all the fun stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Mitch, I hang out for a little bit afterwards because we like to do that.
Okay.
Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. It's been fun. It's been a fun week. Don't forget, competition is on Saturday. $30 entry fee, which I totally forgot to mention. You will get a set of rear tires. Doors open at 2. Be there. All right. Later.
Bye, guys.